There comes a time in life when the noise fades, the crowd thins out, and the mirror starts to tell the truth you once ignored. In your youth, love feels like an endless river, always flowing, always promising. But as the years roll by, that river seems to dry up. The phone rings less. The visits stop. The people who once said, "I'll always be there," are now just faint names buried somewhere in your memory. And suddenly, you find yourself asking questions you never thought you'd ask. Do I still matter? Am I still loved? It's in that silence, in that emptiness, that some hearts begin to beg for love. But you must remember this truth. Love that must be begged for is never love at all. Old age is not a punishment, it's a privilege denied to many. Every wrinkle tells a story, every gray hair holds a lesson. Yet, somewhere deep inside, so many people start to believe they've become invisible, that their worth has faded with time. They start chasing affection, trying to prove they're still lovable, still needed. But here's the cruel truth. The more you beg for love, the more you lose yourself. The moment you lower your dignity for someone's attention, you tell your soul that it isn't enough on its own. And that, my friend, is the saddest lie you could ever believe. You spent decades building your life, working, caring, giving. You sacrificed your sleep for your children, your dreams for your family, your peace for your responsibilities. You carried the weight of others' happiness on your shoulders. And now, when you're tired, when you're finally the one who deserves care and kindness, you may find emptiness instead of arms. But hear this, you do not need to beg for love. You've earned it simply by being who you are, by surviving everything that tried to break you. Love in old age should not be a transaction. It should not come with conditions or demands. It should be soft, patient, and mutual. If someone truly cares, they won't make you chase them. They'll sit beside you, hold your hand without needing a reason, and find beauty in the silence between your words. But if they can only offer you love when you give them something back, when you please them, agree with them, or serve their needs, that's not love, that's dependence. And dependence dressed as love will always leave you empty. There's a heartbreaking pattern that happens in so many lives. When people reach old age, they start to crave the warmth they once gave so freely. They call their children again and again just to hear their voice. They forgive too easily because they're afraid of being alone. They give gifts, favors, even money, all in the hope that someone might stay. But real love doesn't need payment. Real love doesn't require reminders. It comes back on its own, naturally, because it recognizes your worth without you asking for it. Let me tell you this, loneliness in old age is not a curse, but begging for love is. Loneliness teaches you strength. It pushes you to look inward, to rediscover yourself. But begging breaks your spirit. It makes you forget your own value. You become a shadow of yourself, waiting for someone to notice your existence. You start apologizing for taking up space, for needing care, for simply being alive. Don't do that to yourself. You've lived too long, fought too many battles, and loved too deeply to let anyone make you feel small now. Instead of begging for love, start nurturing it within you. Wake up and look in the mirror, not to count your wrinkles, but to recognize the survivor staring back. That person has seen heartbreak, illness, loss, and disappointment, yet still stands. That person deserves gentleness. Start giving yourself the kind of love you always gave others. Make your tea slowly, listen to your favorite song, go for that quiet evening walk. Smile at the world not because it notices, but because you do. When you love yourself completely, you become a light, and light never needs to beg for attention. It naturally attracts warmth. Many people fear growing old because they think it means losing love. But aging doesn't take love away. It reveals what kind of love was real all along. The ones who only loved your strength will disappear when you become weak. The ones who only loved your beauty will vanish when your face changes. But those who loved your soul, your laughter, your kindness, your heart, they will stay, no matter how many years pass. That's the love worth keeping. That's the love you never need to beg for. If you find yourself alone today, don't see it as a failure. See it as a fresh chance to love yourself the way you always wanted others to love you. Write letters to your past self, thanking them for surviving. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made when you didn't know better. Plant new dreams, no matter your age. Read books that touch your spirit. Learn something new. Dance slowly to your favorite song in the kitchen. Fill your days with small acts of joy, because every moment you choose self-love, you tell the universe, I am enough. And when love comes again, because it always does, in some form, don't chase it. Let it find you. Whether it's the friendship of a neighbor, the kindness of a stranger, or the affection of a new companion, let it come naturally. Don't force it, don't demand it, don't beg for it. The love that belongs to you will never need convincing. It will recognize your soul like an old friend returning home. There's a story many elders tell, about how, in youth, they ran after love like it was air, thinking they'd die without it. But as they grew older, they realized that love isn't about who stays with you the longest. It's about who treats you right when they're with you. You can't force someone to value you. You can't beg someone to care. Love begged for is a cage. Love freely given is freedom. When you reach a certain age, your peace becomes sacred. You begin to understand that arguments, drama, and forced relationships steal more energy than they give. You start valuing quiet mornings, genuine smiles, honest company, and laughter that comes from the heart. That's real wealth. That's real love. You don't need to chase your children's attention or plead for your partner's affection. People who truly love you won't make you question your worth. They'll show up because they want to, not because you asked them to. They'll remember you because you live in their hearts, not because you called them 100 times. And if they don't, let them go. Let them live their lives. Sometimes love means release. Sometimes peace means accepting that not everyone will love you the way you hoped, but that doesn't make you unworthy. It makes you human. The love you gave was never wasted. It shaped hearts, even if they forgot to say thank you. Remember, the sunset of your life can be more beautiful than its sunrise. The colors are softer, the light is wiser, and the silence carries meaning. You don't need anyone's permission to feel worthy. You've already earned your place in this world. Don't let loneliness trick you into believing that you're unloved. There's a quiet kind of love that lives in nature, in music, in your own heartbeat. Sit with it. Feel it. Let it fill you. Every time you stop begging for love, you give love a chance to come to you freely. You stop forcing it, and suddenly, the universe opens its doors. You meet people who see you, not as an old person, but as a soul with stories. You find comfort in unexpected places, peace in small moments. Love begins to return, softly, respectfully, because now it knows you no longer depend on it for survival. To those who are listening and feeling unseen, please remember, you are not forgotten. You are not a burden. You are not too old for love, but you are too valuable to beg for it. Love isn't supposed to make you feel small. It should make you feel safe, respected, and alive. So lift your head high. Straighten your back. You've carried love all your life. Now it's time to let love carry you, without asking, without pleading, just by being who you are. In the quiet of the night, when memories start to whisper and your heart aches for what once was, tell yourself this: I am loved, even when no one says it. I am worthy, even when no one shows it. I am enough, even when I'm alone. Say it until you believe it, because it's true. Don't beg for love in old age. You've already given the world enough love to last a lifetime. Now it's time to give some of that back to yourself. Love your days. Love your body for carrying you this far. Love your mind for remembering, and your heart for still hoping. And when you sit in your favorite chair, with the sun touching your face, know this: you are the love you've been waiting for all along. Because the truth is simple. The one who learns not to beg for love becomes the one who finally receives it freely.